Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface with another World of Warcraft secret, and today it takes us to the Wrath of the Lich King expansion, to the Howling Fjord, and more specifically to Utgarde Keep. Now, most people have been trying to get me to do the bottom dungeon secret where you can actually use a rogue to escape, but because that requires a specific class, what I want to do is show you how to escape from Utgarde Pinnacle. That's the top dungeon up here, and anybody can do it, and that's what makes it more fun. So upon entering the dungeon, we just go straight down through the King's Hoard, take a right, or left as we're looking at it from the map, onto Raven's Watch, and this is as far as we need to go. Now, just for the sake of convenience, I've actually killed the mobs around this area, because we don't have to walk particularly far to get to our destination, which is right here at the top of this snowy mound. So what we've got to do to access it, jump over the barrier, couple of other jumps, and then get to the top. Fit yourself nice and snugly into the hole here, and then what we're going to do next is use a device which makes us grow in size. Elixir of Wild Growth, the Vrykul Drinking Horn, something of that nature. And when you do so, log out, log back in, and you're greeted with a scene rather like this. And now comes the fun part, because you just jump and let yourself fall, and you have to time this right, because ladies and gentlemen, hashtag Goblin Glider is back in the house in this video. A couple of secret videos have passed with no Goblin Glider. There you go. So this is all about timing. You've got to fall quite a distance, because if you don't and you activate the Goblin Glider too early, then you will simply glide back into the dungeon itself. So go as far as you dare, hashtag ladies, and then activate the Goblin Glider, and it's all yours. And look what we've been gifted here. An area not only that is outside of Utgarde Pinnacle, but an area that you can also mount up on as well. So you can travel a lot quicker instead of having to do it all by foot. So we have a very distorted Howling Fjord here now, because instead of literally what they do normally, I would say, when I do these secret videos and where they're trying to give the perception of when you go past a window in a dungeon that the area that you're in can be visibly seen from outside, what they tend to do is literally cut out a huge chunk of the area and then just trim it down accordingly, not putting in areas, buildings that wouldn't be seen by the eye, and therefore it reduces, probably the amount of space required to do something like this. However, in this case, we got lots of jagged edges around the side of the hills where they've literally just plonked aspects of this zone back together, almost like a badly fitted jigsaw piece. They've literally taken a 50-piece puzzle and a 25-piece puzzle and then just mixing those pieces and sticking them back together, even though the picture on both of those jigsaws is identical. So we can go right up, literally almost across to the next zone, and if you can just see in the distance over there, that is where the Alliance Town would have been. There's Alliance Town there that's under construction, and then where we're coming up to now is a waterfall, a frozen waterfall area on the live map. I believe you summon a Yeti or something of that ilk. It's going back a long time since I quested here, folks. You're going to have to forgive me, but I think you summon a Yeti or something here and then dispatch them. If we continue down that pathway, then we would have simply have got to the end of the dungeon world. You know, where we get to those points where if you angle the camera, people start getting vertigo. But I wanted to take a slight detour and put us in this area here, because look at this. We've got this massive chunk taken out, but not only that, something quite interesting, because we have the grey area, and of course if we see a grey area which has shadows on it, it means that you can actually physically go on it. You're not going to fall through the world to your doom. It's an area that can be traversed. And what I find very interesting and fun about these places is the fact that you can go for miles and miles and miles and miles in some instances, as we are seeing here. This one literally goes on for forever until we get to this amazing part where we still have an active pulley system. I can't remember what they're called, where you take the ski lifts. Oh, they're called ski lifts. There you go. It's kind of like a Howling Fjord version of a ski lift, and it's actually functional. How cool is that? It's gonna try and goblin glider down on top of it, but you know, moving objects, male, being old, disorientated, yeah, I miss. But thankfully, as we can also see by the fact that I am projecting a shadow on the floor down below, I'm going to land safely. Role players, whenever you see a secrets video, it's almost guaranteed it's going to be a good day for you, and this is no exception, as we have a near complete new Agamand for you to have a bit of a play in. And what's more interesting, I think, than having a near complete new Agamand is the fact that if we go over to the cliff edge, look what's down below. We have another vast clear grey area, but if we look over to the left hand side, we'll also notice that we can see a little bit of Valgard as well. So once more, people, the Goblin Glider, which are available from your local World of Warcraft auction houses for a nominal fee, is going to be used to send us on our way to see what is down below. And this is an amazing sight because, of course, you'd virtually never see water in a dungeon instance when it is actually projected onto the outside world. There's no necessity to have it. But it also, when it's removed, gives an incredible new feel to a zone. It's just amazing what the removal of one kind of aspect can do for the aesthetic. Now, this version of Valgard is pretty bastardized. It's really kind of chopped off on the right hand side as we're looking at it, but we get a decent amount of it, including I think the inn there. Yeah, there you go, it's the inn itself. So yeah, pretty darn crazy stuff. And as ever, what I've done is I've allowed you to kind of create your own little stories here, giving you snippets of what you can find and allowing you to go off into the sunset. So there we go. That's how you escape from Utgarde Pinnacle, and my goodness, there is some pretty cool stuff out there for you to see. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Those links are in the description down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.